In this edition of City News, we'll show you where future engineers are in training. Also, see what happens when a financial institution visits a local high school. Plus, find out how these students got a head start on their futures. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Sam Vargas. Zella Davis Elementary held its annual STEM Super Saturday, and Daniel Lindley was there for the demos.
With a growing number of engineering and aerospace careers, Zella Davis hopes to inspire students with activities at the 6th annual Super STEM Saturday.
Jennifer Franklin, who organizes all of this, does a fantastic job of getting community partners in here. She has engineers here. She has a drum circle here. We have BMX bikers here. We have rockets going off. There's just always something exciting to do at the STEM Super Saturday event.
Students of all grade level held demonstrations showing off their various STEM-related projects.
So through the popsicle sticks, we wanted to show that anything can be possible with creativity and determination. So for example, this is just made of sticks and Elmer's glue. We're able to make it so that it can withstand actual weight.
A career expo with Boeing, SpaceX, West Basin, and Vector Control held workshops for students and their parents.
What we're trying to do is expose them to a broad range of engineering careers and not just necessarily SpaceX, which is very popular right now, but let them realize that there are a bunch of companies out there that are going to need engineers in the future.
According to teacher Jennifer Franklin, getting students involved at an early age is important for their future.
We're engaging them as early as TK here at Zella Davis, and the kids can now tell us what type of engineer they want to be. So, not only are they saying, I want to be a scientist or I want to be an engineer, I want to be a mechanical engineer and I want to work at SpaceX.
With the help of SpaceX employees, aspiring engineers got a chance to build rockets and launch them into space. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Daniel Lindley.
For more information on the STEM program, visit their website at www.hsdzelladavis.org/STEM. A group of students had a chance to experience life in the real world. Tony Long Jr. has the story.
In the Thompson Gym of Lusinger High School, students taste living an adult life at the Bite of Reality Financial Education Workshop.
For the first time, we have offered a financial literacy class, and so having them, giving them the opportunity to see this on a much larger scale, I think is going to be great. It's going to help our program develop as well.
I really hope to learn a lot about what it is to manage the money and have fun with it.
During the workshop, students use an app called Bite of Reality, giving them a real-life scenario of living off of a monthly budget.
I was a teacher, and I made my monthly salary was $2,000, and I had a husband. He was a truck driver, and his salary was only $2,000, and I had a child. He was 4 years old, so our salaries together I only had $5,000 to work with, and I had to get all this stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
I was an agricultural scientist, and I had a spouse that was a physical therapist. I also had a child that was 3 months old, so I had to spend a lot of money on them too.
Lusinger partners with financial institution Connect the Federal Credit Union and Assemblywoman Autumn Burke to provide the workshop as part of Burke's Lifting Children and Families Out of Poverty initiative.
Our hope for the students really is that they understand their power in financial issues. So as they go to the mall, as they go to different stores, as they decide to buy a car, that they walk in knowing that they've got power.
Financial literacy is something that we don't necessarily teach our high school students, and I think it's incredibly important. As the students told us today, they want to buy houses and they want to buy cars, and the path to that is with financial literacy.
The experience includes students walking to various tabletop stations, purchasing necessities, such as housing and transportation.
We're going to try and upsell them whatever they need for groceries, for food, for those items that in their real life they would be needing on a monthly basis.
Diamond feels she's learning a lot from her experience.
It was okay, because I didn't really know what I was doing. But afterwards, it was I got the hang of it, but it was nerve-wracking because it was you have so much money that you have to use, and it's oh my God, I got to get all this stuff for only this certain amount of money.
According to Lusinger High School principal, Dr. Pamela Brown, about 63 students engaged in the workshop. For HCTV, this is Tony Long Jr.
For more information, you can visit the Lusinger High School website at www.lusinger.org. For the first time, 4 local school districts came together at the Centinela Valley Center for the Arts. Hawthorne, Lenox, Lawndale, and the Centinela Valley Union High School districts all joined together to speak on the state of their own districts.
We're coming together to do something unique to say how can we work better together and more closely together.
According to Superintendent Helen Morgan, the Hawthorne School District is on the rise, and they are expecting much more.
I think that it has been a very busy year, but we have a lot of great things on the horizon. We just passed a bond, so we're going to start doing some renovation to our schools.
The board also approved a resolution that would help increase math achievement within the districts. Hundreds of students from the Centinela Valley Union High School District got an early jump start on potential careers. Ernesto Giles has more.
Nearly 30 companies such as Nike and Amazon greeted students from Lawndale, Hawthorne, and Lusinger High Schools with the intention of offering future career choices.
We talk about it a lot in class. Here now they're actually meeting with some of the actual career individuals saying, hey, what's available for me?
To create more of a one-on-one experience between the students and employers, the 3 schools are split into different morning sessions.
They're really experienced and know what they're talking about, and it just makes it more easier for me to connect with them.
Attendees, which included juniors and seniors, got a chance to learn how to create an effective resume and how to handle finances after landing that lucrative career.
It's so important to have the young people think about a career, what they want to do, before it's too late. We want to get them started as early as possible, even earlier than high school if possible.
Jay Phillips, president of Seoul Central, described what he and many other employers look for when talking to potential candidates who have little to no work experience, much like the students who attended the career fair.
When somebody comes in and shows a tremendous interest, enough to show up on time and dress appropriately and follow direction, those are the main requirements. So we look for people that arrive with excitement.
For students who don't know what careers they're best suited for, Jan Vogel says the South Bay Workforce Investment Board offers many resources for students to narrow their pathways. Reporting for ACTV, I'm Ernesto Giles.
For more information on future events held by the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, you can visit their website at www.sbwib.org. Coming up next on City News, see how a common household item can become a masterpiece. Also, we'll show you who's having fun on school grounds. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Hawthorne Art Studio held an open house for local residents to take a look at their recent creations. Abby Gremion tells the tale of their contagious creativity.
If you take a look around the Hawthorne Arts Complex, you'll quickly see that art isn't limited to just one genre. It's fluid, mixing mediums and subjects to create commentary and dialogue between its creators and the community.
The essence to me of art is to move someone emotionally. This piece I call Humanity, and my art stems from my master's in spiritual psychology, where I start each painting session with a meditation. And in my meditation, I see the colors that come to me. And the technique I use allows the paint to flow without knowing the exact outcome, because we never know what's going to happen in life.
And in the opinion of these artists, art, much like life, is more than just the process. It's the value that comes from the memories and emotions that it evokes.
The importance of having artwork, real artwork in your home, as opposed to, a photo print from Target or one of those things that says live, laugh, love or whatever. Get some weird art on your walls. Get something that you really fell in love with. Buy it directly from the artist and have it in your home. And every time you'll see it, you'll remember the moment you fell in love with it, and you'll remember the conversation you had with the artist. And, it really enriches our lives.
I like that one right there, the one with the wings. I like butterflies, and it makes me think of butterflies. I saw one with the girl, and it had a lot of colors.
How did it make you feel?
It made me feel vibrant.
We can take time out of our day to just see how people are expressing positivity and their love of life, and then we get to see it. I'm seeing some really amazing stuff.
Other artists want to draw people into their work and interact with it. And sometimes that desire for interaction works a little too well.
My process is trying to make ceramics not something that's so untouchable,
something that, making people want to touch it and pick it up and hold it. So every now and then when he's just completely insufferable, I'll put a piece of clay on the floor and have him go nuts, and then I fire it and just make little cheese boards or something.
That's adorable.
Isn't it cute?
A day of celebrating creativity and community, one piece of art at a time. For HCTV, I'm Abby Grimion.
For more information about the Hawthorne Art Studios, visit their website at www.hawthorneartscomplex.com. The nonprofit organization Ruckus Roots brightened up another piece of Jefferson Elementary. Jennifer Murillo shows us how.
Fourth grade students gathered outside the school cafeteria for the unveiling of their new mural.
You can hear the excitement in the room. We're really proud to be able to bring some art to our students.
People have so much creative things to show the world and show to this school so they can show what personalities they have.
About 50 fourth graders work with teaching artists from Ruckus Roots on this eco-friendly art project.
The mural you're seeing is the culmination of about 6 months of work with our teaching artists. It's made out of over 5,000 fused plastic bags that the children painted on.
They were also creative and passionate and just ready to learn and create work.
At least 10 plastic bags were layered and ironed together to create a thick plastic canvas. Students were then able to trace one of 4 endangered animals here in Southern California before cutting it out to create their own masterpiece.
I used paint, a pencil. I drew it out, and then I had to glue and then paint it. I like fishes and I like the SeaWorld.
In addition to teaching students about art, this program also educates them on sustainability issues.
The mural itself is to draw awareness to local habitat and wildlife and how our plastic use negatively affects the environment.
It was really, really rewarding to be able to teach them art as well as sustainable practices.
Ruckus Roots artists say they hope to have inspired students in more ways than one and taught them that you can make art out of trash. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To learn more about Ruckus Roots, visit their website at www.ruckusroots.org. There was something pleasant happening, and on campus of all places. Tony Long Jr. shows us.
It's all fun and games at Kornblum Elementary School as the Father-Daughter Sports Challenge commences.
I think it's great. I'm extra excited. I see teams that came in matching outfits and they're just really into it. And I think anything that we can do to promote family unity like that and have them have a positive experience here on the school campus is everything.
Daughters make the most of the opportunity to bond with their fathers.
I'm liking it because there's a lot of fun sports and you get to spend time with your dad. And it's very exciting that once in a lifetime that you can spend time with your father and that you have fun with them in this moment.
Fathers enjoy not only participating with their daughters, but the chance to meet other parents too.
You don't see this at a lot of other schools, especially at elementary schools. You don't see this at all. And so for them to put on an event and have fathers with daughters, to interact with their daughters, that's a big blessing. That just shows a lot of stand-up men out here.
I like it a lot. Gives the parents a chance to meet with other parents and see their kids' friends and get along, get the community back with the school.
Rashad's daughter, Sade, describes her most favorite activity with her dad.
When I was in the ball, he rolled it, and it was kind of like my feet were pushed up against my head.
According to Kornblum principal Marissa Stewart, this is the first time holding a Father-Daughter Sports Challenge. For HCTV, I'm Tony Long Jr.
For more information, visit the Kornblum Elementary website at www.hsdkornblum.org. It's cleanup time in Hawthorne as the city held its hazardous waste roundup. The event took place at the Betty Ainsworth Sports Center, allowing residents to discard their household hazardous and electronic waste products. It was free of charge and was limited to 15 gallons or 125 pounds of waste per trip. To learn more about hazardous waste removal or to find future drop-off sites, you can call 888-CLEAN-LA or visit their website at www.cleanla.com. When we return, find out what festival is blooming. Students from the Hawthorne School District gathered at Jefferson Elementary. Jennifer Murillo tells us why.
Buzzing and tapping were two sounds coming from the school's library as students participated in the annual Hawthorne School District Chess Tournament.
Today's tournament has been something that has been building up since January, and all of the students are representing the finalists at their specific school, which are 10 schools for Hawthorne School District.
It's very a fascinating game. You have to really think about it.
I like chess because it helps me concentrate, and it's a fun game to learn and how you're supposed to play it.
The chess program, which is ran through the Academic Lifelong Learning, or ALL program, invited 20 elementary and middle school students to participate in the tournament.
What we did is we have the first and the second place finalists at each of the school sites that have come together to have a district tournament.
Nervous, but excited and happy. Just all of them combined.
Students were placed in brackets to compete against one another until the top players made it to the final rounds.
I'm gonna probably just try to move my pieces more faster because of the time. Just try to make a backup plan just in case and try to protect your pieces.
They all have their strategies, but first place won with a trick up his sleeve.
He did a move that I was not familiar of.
Tournament organizers say they are proud of all the students for participating and hope they continue to learn new skills and return next year. For HCTV, I'm Jennifer Murillo.
To sign up for chess or other enrichment programs, stop by your school's front office for availability. Over the span of the weekend, a group of local youth got together to hang out on a college campus while working on their footwork. Tony Long Jr. shows us.
Students from the Hawthorne School District had the privilege to attend Cal State LA for an up-close look at what it takes to play soccer at a high level.
We're teaching them the game of soccer, but not just the game of soccer, not how to hit the ball or whatever you have to do with soccer, right? But also all the STEM that comes into the game of soccer: science, technology, engineering, and math. So we have a lot of booths out here today to kind of teach the kids about the science of soccer.
Sponsoring the event was Chevron, along with Open Goal Project and Major League Soccer's Los Angeles FC, who provided the resources, such as an opportunity to learn from professional players, allowing them a chance to reach their potential as soccer athletes.
When I think about it, I would have really loved the opportunity to interface and interact with a lot of people or pros like that when I was younger. So I just try to put myself in their shoes, and I know it's a big deal and a powerful moment for them too.
Alejandro and Brian enjoyed being at the academy, not only because of soccer, but the opportunity to experience other things as well.
It's really cool. You could play with your friends, you could play with different schools, and it's fun.
It's pretty cool because we get to meet new people and new friends, and you could play with the professionals that help us.
Parent Suffer Renault sees this academy as a tool for growth, on and off the field, for the youth.
It's actually good for them because wherever they have their weaknesses, it gives them a little bit of strength and actually get better for their long-term lifeline.
300 students ages 9 to 18 were selected from the Hawthorne School District to attend and participate in the soccer academy. For HCTV, I'm Tony Long Jr.
The LA Football Club of Major League Soccer is also a partner with the Chevron Soccer Academy. El Camino College held its yearly Cherry Blossom Festival. Daniel Lindley was there for the celebration.
Students, faculty, and community members celebrated the arrival of spring at the 19th annual Cherry Blossom Festival.
It started with a donation of cherry trees to the college through the work of American Honda and our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Nadine Hata, who helped get this moving, and we've done this ever since.
The ceremony is held in memory of Dr. Nadine Ishitani Hata for her various contributions during her 34 years at El Camino College.
Her ability to bring us all together, faculty, staff, and students, in pursuit of excellence in education. And I think that still is here today, and that legacy lives on.
The event featured a taiko drum performance and haiku poetry reading by El Camino students.
Unknown, undefined, there to find what's left behind, blind, leading the blind. Thank you.
Close to 100 people came down for the festivities and see the cherry blossoms. Reporting for HCTV, I'm Daniel Lindley.
For more information on the Cherry Blossom Festival, you can visit El Camino College's website at www.elcamino.edu. Eureka Tasting Kitchen has been a fixture of the Hawthorne Airport for the past 5 years, and recent improvements have added a new feature to satisfy your inner foodie. Abby Gremion has more.
When most people think of flight decks, they may be reminded of a few scenes from some iconic movies involving aviation.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
But the flight deck at Eureka Tasting Kitchen promises to take your taste buds on a joyride while keeping your feet on terra firma.
This came after some painstaking efforts to put a observation deck on the top of this building, and we spent about a year and a half trying to get it permitted, and it just became cost prohibitive to upgrade everything to allow it to be open to the public. And then one day, in kind of frustration, I had this aha moment in the parking lot that we could do a flight deck, which is the name of this patio, here at the ground level and put glass windows so we can create an observation area for people and guests to watch the airplanes up close.
The flight deck makes Eureka unique for airport restaurants.
I think it's unique in the fact that there are other restaurants at airports, but nothing up this close. There are restaurants at various, like Santa Monica and maybe Camarillo, but here in Hawthorne, which has become a very busy airport, you're up firsthand, right next to the tarmac, within usually 5 to 10 feet of the airplanes.
Now open 7 days a week, the flight deck is available for viewing and tasting adventures. For HCTV, I'm Abby Gremion.
For more information about the Eureka Tasting Kitchen, go to their website at eurekarestaurantgroup.com. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. Find out what happened at the Earth Day Service Provider Fair. Plus, see all the fun at this year's Rock Around the Block. And we'll show you a multicultural event held by the Hawthorne Math and Science Academy. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630 or email us at hctv@hawthorneca.gov. Don't forget you can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from the Hawthorne Arts Complex. See you next time.